Welcome back to Law Ready for This, our pre-show for our pre-show post-show. We are officially an after show, but here's our pre-show moment. Go watch the episode
of VGHS.
Mm-hmm. We just recorded this whole episode. Basically, we were done, and then the recorder came unplugged, so we didn't get any of it.
Gotta love it.
So we're going back through the whole episode. Sorry, kids. You don't get any of our original riffs. Lost episode, and you're not getting them. All right. So we start out. I'm so mad I gotta redo this whole thing. Sorry. All right.
Let's do it. Episode 3.
So we start out, right? Ted and Brian walking through the hallway. Brian says, "How are you lost? You're the RA." Golden line.
Great question.
We're hitting all the beats the same as the last time we recorded this.
This is basically the greatest hits version of that last episode.
Yeah.
So y'all
aren't
even ready.
Version.
Wait till you hear the Sirhan.
Oh, wait till you hear about Sir. And by the way, you better know who he is.
Yeah.
He's coming.
Yeah, go Google him while you watch the episode.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jonas and Mulan.
Jonas?
Yeah. I don't remember anything for the past
Jonas
4
brother,
minutes.
Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee Jonas is in Mulan.
Jonas.
Jonas.
Bonus Jonas.
So Brian's on his way to class. He's late. Oh no. And then Jenny Matrix shows up. Is like, dude, I want to get
double stuff
I'm
serious.
double serious.
And there's 2 guys there.
Thank you.
So, you guys do the math.
Yeah,
there.
you guys
all you math majors,
all you
can
fucking
write this
math nerds. Do the math. They're gonna fuck her.
Get out your calculator. Type in 8,085 and turn that shit upside down.
I like that you know that number off the top of your head.
I think I messed it up, but y'all know it's boobs.
You got it.
It's
Anyway,
boobs.
So
This is already better.
This is already
No,
better.
this is 10 times more confusing.
Okay, so she starts flirting with him, and then Brian's like, "I like this," and then she says, "Welcome to me," and becomes the law, and then a bunch of crazy shit starts happening.
Usually, this is where the dream would be good.
This is where the
me.
dream
I like
would.
the law.
Yeah, I'm like, oh man, and he wakes up.
The law.
Not in VGHS.
Oh,
we're milking this joke.
Yeah. There's at least 3 more jokes in this sequence.
So I'm saying. So we got you. Go ahead and talk about your favorite
Yeah,
joke.
best joke. Long neck Games Dean. It's horrifying.
Yeah,
it's twisted. It's like Paul Danny DeVito in the new season. It's always sunny.
It's terrifying.
It's bad. I was telling him
It's so bad.
It's a reference
You won't
to
believe it. It's
the
the
meme, the engineer meme. The nope. That he didn't get it.
No, it's tip 2.
Yeah.
this
Okay.
episode.
Now you know. Now
Yeah,
that we're re-recording the episode.
Well, yeah,
you know.
Solomon didn't.
No, I had no idea.
And then the law Cheeto comes out of his mouth and
Instant
then touches
kill.
Brian's face, and then he floats away on a green screen. And then Brian wakes up. He wakes up and he's got Monster Energy cans around him. And Ted does the whole like flippity thing, and then Brian was out of bed. And then anyway, we're on to the
Pizza
next
brunch.
thing. Pizza brunch.
Pizza brunch.
Pizza in a
Pizza
can.
brunch. Brian.
Pizza in a can from a vending machine.
And y'all, I watched all the behind the scenes for
Right.
this week before the episode,
Right.
and they made that out of a tennis ball can.
They
so
made wow.
I'm
put a
gonna
label around it.
I'm gonna knock the power out of this thing again. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, well, then it's gonna just be delivered with even more passion when
That's
we get to the
crazy.
section again.
He eats it gets all over his face, and I don't like that part.
Would you-
And Daniel thinks it's more of a Stromboli.
I
but
think it is.
He
Look,
thinks it's more of a panini.
here's my real question: If somebody,
Thank you for asking the real
if there was another thing in a tennis ball can that wasn't pizza, would you eat it?
There's burgers in a can. Like that's a thing that they
No,
have.
it's not.
Yes, there are burgers in a can. I think it's like a the 70s thing, but you microwave it and you peel it back. They probably still have it somewhere, and it's.
I've seen like
burger
chicken in a can,
I've seen that too.
but that's bad.
Well, I bet burger in a can is also bad.
But pizza in a can is good.
That sounds pretty good. That sounds
What
pretty
time
good.
is it? If it's brunch,
That's a good question.
just I'm asking the hard
Brunch
hitters.
is like bullshit because everybody's like, oh yeah, let's go to brunch, which is like breakfast, lunch, but everybody goes to brunch at like 1 o'clock.
It's lunch.
It's just
If
lunch.
anything, it's late lunch.
It's just lunch with breakfast food. Yeah.
I thought brunch was just where you had breakfast, but then you got drunk like it was lunch.
Well, nobody even gets. I don't know your schedule.
Bottom-
I don't get
drunk
drunk at
at
Usually
lunch.
brunch is bottomless mimosas, but like
It is. It's
I'm drinking at lunch. Are you not drinking it? What time do you guys start drinking? When is it acceptable?
like water.
No, like
Oh.
beer and the liquors.
So I like come down from like drunkenness very quickly. So I don't like to drink like before 8 o'clock because
thought
that
you
just
keep
means
drinking.
that like, well, no, that's not good.
Grant, what time do you
Yeah,
start
I'm drinking that Harry's hard soda all day long.
Oh,
Baby.
wow.
I'm just saying, I think drinking any time after noon is acceptable.
That's just okay. All right.
Then call me
I don't know. I'd
unacceptable.
say we'll say day drinking, but I'm saying if I'm awake. Anyway, so they end up at the top of the
I don't
stairs,
drink.
which is
To
their
answer
new.
your question.
No. Stop. They're hanging up at the top of the.
You know,
stairs.
you want to go back to that real quick?
Top of the stairs is their new hangout point. Key goes, I can't believe I never thought of that. Yeah, you dumbass, because it's a fucking lie.
Yeah, you didn't think of that. Also, what else? What could possibly even be on this list of potential hangout spots?
I like to think normal places
She
like
doesn't know any
like
place.
the lounge or like
The lounge.
the courtyard.
The courtyard.
I like the.
Oh wait, it's called Kojima Quad. I
Is it
learned that.
what?
I learned that in the behind the scenes.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of fun stuff in those behind the scenes
Wow.
vids, guys.
That's
It's one for
Wow.
every
So
episode.
all women in Kojima Quad are required to be D cups and wear tank tops.
Yeah.
yes.
It's reference to everybody.
Why is
Of
this a
real
high
life.
school? Genuine question.
That's a
Why
good-
didn't they do video game college?
Because by people go to college have like interests that aren't video games.
No, but okay, but this is very clearly a college setting.
And it's very clearly a
Is
world
it?
where
It's just
everyone's
like a boarding
interest is
school.
just video games, which is how he ends up on the cover of the Wall Street Journal, as we'll get into later.
exactly. Yeah, like you can major in video games. I'm pretty
Because-
sure in
because
this
I
world.
don't think you can make a movie like this and have it be like you can't
Can
have
you make
characters.
a series like this?
You can't
A
have.
web
And that's what we're
series?
here
Okay,
for.
all
That's
right.
what we're here to discuss. This is the number one research roundtable discussion, pre-show, post-show, currently airing show.
So if you're listening right now, it's
Well,
a,
right
it's a
for
now
this.
show.
It's a now,
It's a now
show.
show.
But the thing is, I don't think you can have characters this dumb and be a college movie.
I think you could have him 10 times dumber.
Yeah, I feel like characters in most college movies
Yeah.
are pretty
All
dumb.
right. I think college is smart, and I'm smart for going.
That wasn't the question at all, but okay, continue.
So they're hanging out at the top of the stairs,
I'm gonna work an edit
And-
point there.
and Brian goes around the corner, and there's Games Dean, Jenny Matrix, the Law, and some guy.
We'll figure it out. At some
We'll
point.
figure it
You know,
out.
we could have taken the time to
No, we
figure out
did.
some
No,
of
we
these things
can't.
didn't
There
know.
is no time.
Oh,
And
well,
then
I'll know it for the third
the
time.
law's
we do
got
this.
the law's got Cheeto's tail coming out his mouth. This is in the real world, by the way. He ate a fucking cat. People are just okay with it. And then
It's fucked.
it's fucked. And then Brian's like, "No, we should be low key, chill out." And then Ted is like, "Hey."
I know Loki.
I
I
know-
watch the Marvel movies.
He's like, "We should throw you a party called Brian Palooza." And then
It's
they're
gonna be a
like,
Rocco clock,
"This is
which is
yeah.
half past red, which is quarter to score, and you know we'll get into like when that is.
Oh,
later,
yeah.
okay?
No,
Yeah.
we did it
Daniel
already.
and I have quite a debate to get into
Look.
later in the episode.
Look, I'll
Just
settle
tee
the
that
debate
one
for
up.
you right now. It's 3:30.
It was 2 p.m.
It was 3:30.
Fuck you.
3:30 is just when my class starts. Actually, I think is why I was thinking that.
You.
I'm important. So then Brian goes back around the corner,
I
and the
oughta
law,
kick the power out
the
of the
law-
recorder right now.
the law is sucking in like a noodle or something,
Yeah, it's
Something
just-
like that, yeah.
and then he does a cat face, so he knows that he ate a cat. He does like a cat scratching the ear thing, and then Brian turns around and he hits Calhoun's coffee. Calhoun's standing there, and knocks Calhoun's coffee all over his shirt.
Uh-oh.
And Calhoun takes him to the office. He says,
It
"Brian,
really takes him to task.
Really takes him to
Brigo, listen,
Burrito.
task. Burrito.
the game is all about the game on a plaque."
My name ain't Sergeant
Ernie
Ernie Calhoun.
Calhoun.
I'm a vet.
What kind of animals?
Yeah.
Animals?
Because he's a vet.
Oh, it's a good question. This is a
All
good.
right.
He probably helps at Donkey Kong. I don't know.
We're really
the
just saying
Nintendogs.
words. This is 10 times worse than whatever we just recorded. We're just saying words at this point. I don't even know
Can
what
I-
part of the show we're
If
on.
I'm at VGHS, can I major in Nintendogs?
Probably so.
Good question.
Hey, that's a fun question. If you went to video game high school or video game college, as it should be, what would you major in? Like what genre of games?
Concentration in Tetris.
I mean, I don't know
sure.
if
A Tetris concentration.
you know. I would. That'd be good. But I think if they have a Tony Hawk's like pro skater route, because this is my confusion. So are sports games different than racing games? Because they have a whole racing games route, right?
Yeah.
And I would love to play like just like Tony Hawk, but I don't care about any
Go
other
get a
sports
skateboard,
games.
dumbass.
I have
Go
a
outside,
skateboard.
stupid.
All right. Get CTE. Anyway, but I think that's the thing is I would love to play just that game, but I don't want to play any other sports games. So if it's a sports game route, I don't care.
Well, it's probably. I mean, I'm just making this up, but if it's a sports game route, probably like real school, you have to take stuff that you're not too interested. So you probably have to take the hockey class.
Do you think the Wii Fit trainer comes in as like a guest lecture speech?
Yeah.
speaker to
yeah.
those
Yeah,
classes?
you have to play a yoga game.
Yeah, because if like actually the sentient Wii Fit board from Wii Fit Plus came to the class, I'd be like, all right, I'll audit this
What
class.
kind of world do you live in?
I'll audit this class to see the sentient Wii Fit board.
Grant says this isn't just a world where there's pro gamers. This is a world where we have fucking sentient characters.
Bro, if we got ShotBot, then we got the Wii Fit board.
He's right.
All right. I think
I feel like Battle Royale would be like mass comm majors. I don't know. It's like a bunch of young kids that don't know really what they want to do.
it's like psychology.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe strategy games or something. I don't play a lot of strategy games, but I feel like every strategy game I have played, I have enjoyed. So it's
Wow.
solid.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. What about you?
I wouldn't go to that fucking school. That's my answer. I'm not majoring
Where
in
do
video
other
games.
people go?
Yeah, this school
What are
sounds like a load
what
of
are these
shit.
other
Yeah.
schools?
Other than the Wii Fit trainer, like what brings you there?
Hold on a second. Did Brian transfer to VGHS or is he a freshman?
They call him a fraud. No, they call Games Dean
James
a fraud.
Dean a
Oh,
fraud.
yeah.
Because
so
then here's the
many
thing.
great
Am I
questions
supposed to
raised.
believe that Brian is like 13?
That's what I'm saying. This should be college HS. College high school.
How great Like, this is like, and each major is actually just pick a college that you like.
That's the most confusing school ever. You go to school on school.
School on school. It's the Sirhan. School on school.
Yeah, great throwback that they all know.
Yeah. And when we get to that bit, you all are really gonna love that.
It's less of like a throwback and more of a shot back.
I was in Mulan.
I was in Mulan.
Just like Jimmy Wong.
Yeah.
Jimmy Wong was in Mulan.
Jimmy Wong is in Mulan.
So-
He plays Eddie Murphy.
Bold choice
got
in
it. All right.
2019.
I know.
I said, y'all think about
Typecasting.
potato face.
We're not at potato.
We're not at
We
potato-
haven't even talked about Ace yet.
Okay, so
Yes. Hit
So-
the brakes, buddy.
all right.
Get this
Is
podcast
this
back
game
on
a
track.
mini game
Whoa,
about
all
being
right.
full of crap? That's another thing I
All right.
liked from this one scene.
So Brian ends up going to first person shooter class
FPS 101.
taught by
Chuck himself.
Chuck himself. How many times in Chuck do you think Chuck got a headshot?
I'd say at least 3 every episode. And I mean, I'm no avid Chuck fan, but
I'm an avid Chuck fan.
Chuck was a real sharp shooter.
Chuck was a real straight
I
shooter.
do say so myself.
He even said he called Jenny Matrix a straight shooter.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, thank you. Zachary
I am not
Levi is in this movie. He is from Shazam. He is also from Lake Charles. I'm just reading my notes. He hosted the VGAs in 2011. He is a gamer, according to Wikipedia.
Avid
gamer.
Avid
He's an
gamer.
avid media player.
And if you can believe it, Freddie Wong was in an episode of Chuck.
Freddie Wong was in it.
So,
who'd he play? Freddie Wong?
probably.
Probably.
Probably worked at, so he's like a member of Geek Squad, probably.
Yeah.
Freddie Wong looks like he would work at Geek Squad.
Whoa! All right, Grant.
You can cut that.
Being a little hateful. No,
Sorry,
I'm keeping
sorry.
that in. Boo.
Oh, come on. I like Freddie Wong.
It doesn't mean.
I love
doesn't
Geek
mean
Squad.
No,
anything.
I got friends
Geek
who were
Squad's
Freddie
great.
Wong too. All right.
Yeah.
Ace's
I'd
rule
say I had
number
friends
3.
who were Freddie Wong.
Ace's rule
What,
number
does he look
3.
like he could be in Mulan?
ESDF is greater than W.
Oh, no.
ESDF is greater than WASD. It's Ace's third rule. His first rule is know the rules.
His dad is Mr.
Brian
Ace.
doesn't know the rules. His dad is Mr. Ace.
Get to class early, Brian. What are you doing?
So Brian's
about.
Get an excuse.
Brian's got the hey wait.
You
I know.
just came from the principal's
Brian has
office.
the loudest chair in the fucking world.
Oh,
What is
yeah.
this guy, an idiot?
He's dumb.
Moron. This is
Like-
when you show up early to class, so you don't get the chair like that.
Well, his personality is just him being a clumsy little doofus, dork butt face. Like,
Whoa. Tell him. You want me
I
to
mean,
mark it at a
like,
point?
literally think of like any redeeming qualities that he has other than, oh,
None.
I'm awkward. Exactly. We're all watching the show for the law. I said it back in 2011. I'm saying it now. We're
What
only
year
watching
did
it
this
for the
show
law.
come out? Hold on.
Yeah, what year actually did this show come
Okay,
out?
2013,
it's 2012. It was no,
2012?
It was 2012. It was like August of 2012.
Oh,
What year is it now?
It's 2019.
No.
I thought it was the Reagan administration. That was the first time we recorded
Yeah.
this episode. I'm sorry. We tried to record this episode so many
Reagan.
times now.
Yeah, sorry. Just to pretend we made a Reagan administration joke, and this is the callback.
Right.
Key's favorite love language is C++. Ted says molto bene.
We were wrong about the alliterator.
I speak Italian. Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
alliterator is jumping jacks.
Sorry,
Right.
I didn't mean to
Oh,
jump on your jack, man.
Don't jump on his
no,
jack,
no.
The
bro.
Italian
Prego,
speaking
prego,
fans.
prego. It's fine.
Yeah. Right.
That's a real world. So there was
What kind of
once,
sauce?
there was a girl I knew once who she was asking where Pragu was, and she mixed up Prague, and
ragu.
and so everybody kept just going, "Do you mean Prego or ragu?" And she was like, "No, Pragu, the place." Anyway, so and then as we said, great meme references.
Oh, wait.
Zachary Levi says,
Alliterator.
Point.
The guy we said was the alliterator, not the alliterator. His name was Jumping Jacks.
I just said that 2 minutes ago.
I needed to correct
You
you.
need-
All right,
it
okay.
wasn't too clear. It was pretty vague. There's a lot of words just being thrown around.
So
this
they go to
episode.
the. So Brian's like,
Unclear
I'm gonna
is
fucking
the murder of Robert Kennedy.
Jenny.
Yeah.
Sirhan.
Jenny's like, you got to do the pit run, which is just a tutorial level, right?
Right.
Yes.
I think it's specifically based on Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh.
so then Brian shows up and he has 2 grenades and he runs through and he drops the first grenade and then he punches one of them and then he drops the second grenade. These are all dummies, by the way, not real. And then he throws a tomahawk at one guy because he's like, I can do
He's
this.
cool.
I can do this
He had
10
time to
seconds
spare.
faster than
Yeah.
Jenny Matrix.
He says that.
He says that out loud.
He gets called out.
Gets
Gets
called
called
out
out.
by Jenny Matrix.
And then the tomahawk bounces off and kills him.
Back of the skull.
And you know what? Frag of the episode.
And, you know, frag of the episode.
Frag
And
of the
I've said it
episode.
once, and I'll say it again. Tomahawks, too bouncy, too much
Too
like
bouncy.
boomerang.
Too bouncy.
They're like boomerangs.
And you wouldn't expect them to be like that. That's the funny thing.
Exactly.
So then Brian is humiliated. Zachary Levi says, Brian, I am disappoint.
And it's a good line.
Great
Another
line.
good line.
Good meme reference.
Something about the better things to do than. Sorry.
You got this.
Let me say it.
You got
Let me
this.
say it right. I
I
don't
believe
wanna-
in you.
Not say it right. Oh wait, you don't know Shinola about first-person shooting.
Right, yeah.
Another great Chuck line.
What is Shinola?
What is Shinola?
The Russian reactor that blew up. That was my joke.
Shitty granola.
Yeah, shitty granola.
Shitty granola.
That's the Urban Dictionary definition.
The urban dick.
That's the Urban Dick.
So there was another Jumpin' Jackson's
Yeah,
line.
Joan Jackson has a good line. Playing games by myself. I've got better things to do in my sleep.
And he sticks the landing.
He's so smug.
So smug.
So Brian's humiliated. He's just thrown. He's just
And he throws himself into
He
a
does.
plate of mashed potatoes.
and that's
yeah, and-
where,
Potato Face Brian arrives.
yeah,
Who-
the new Benny Hill.
A win
A
for
new-
fans of visual comedy everywhere.
Yeah, a huge fan of visual comedy. Me, I loved it.
Keaton, Marks, Potato Face Brian.
This is I love Michael Keaton and Karl Marx.
Yeah. My favorite visual comedian.
Yeah, Michael
My
Keaton,
favorite visual
Karl
artist.
Marx, and Brian D.
The Trinity, if you might say. So, and then
Cinema.
and then Jenny comes up and says, "Hey, that was a sick pit run, my bro. I'm gonna invite you to my party." And Brian is like, "Okay," and she
And
says,
Ted and Key are like, we'll go.
We'll go, yeah.
What? You're missing the best part. Is she says, "Can you just?" And she like makes a motion of wiping off her face, and then Brian goes, "Oh, sorry, I'm wearing glasses inside. I'm such a douche." And he is. He is right about half of it.
Yep.
So then,
He's right.
yeah, Brian is gonna go. Ted and Key also gonna go.
Yeah.
And then he is like, all right, 3-way fist bump, and then he knocks them both out.
And it's hard for Daniel to watch these kind of
It
things
is.
now because he's had a concussion.
He's been concussed.
It's
for
true.
The past
I'm
7
concussed
years.
currently.
Yeah.
It's not a joke.
Watch out, Conan.
Watch out, Conan.
Yeah, we're coming for you.
Clueless podcast host here.
Yeah. Bro, we're killing this.
Team Coco. Hey, I'm gonna do ad reads just like Conan. Have you listened to this podcast?
Team Fortress 3 should just be Team Coco. Okay.
What?
What a hot take. That made no sense.
Have you listened to Conan's podcast?
Yeah.
No.
Where he
just talks to people. It's just like
it's
every other
Conan
podcast.
wants to be friends, but his ad break is just called Conan wants a new beach house.
Yeah.
Or pays off his new beach house.
That's
or something.
great.
So anyway, here's the part where I
Oh, thank you
This
for
video
doing
was
that.
sponsored by Blue Apron.
sponsored by Blue Man Group.
That'd be great. Can we get a Blue Man Group sponsorship?
Yeah. Blue Man Group, call me. My number is 1-800-255-63-BLUE. All right. So that's the end of the episode is he knocks him out.
And we're knocked out as the audience.
We're knocked out.
because,
We're
We're
knocked
done.
out.
What a good ep.
What a good
Brian
app.
Palooza. I know you guys were waiting. We saved
What
to the end.
happens-
Brian, we're going to debate. Was
Okay.
it 3:30
It's
or
3:30.
2?
She clearly
It's
says
2. Fuck
3:30.
you.
All right. Thank you.
That was a
Cool.
good debate.
Thanks for, yeah.
That was a good segment.
So what's going to happen at the party? What do you think?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'm so curious.
I just
Can't
want,
wait for next week.
yeah. I don't know if there's anything really that happens in this episode besides Brian embarrasses himself. I don't
Brian
know if there's
Palooza happens, but it's off screen.
anything- Yeah.
Yeah.
Who shows up?
I'm
Who do you
so
think?
curious.
Who
I
do you
wanna-
think is having fun at Brian Palooza while Brian's in class?
I bet Jumpin' Jack.
Jumping Jack's probably.
No, he was in
Annihilus
class
might have
too.
showed up to try to beat his ass.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
Annihilus. No, I can't say that.
Oh, no.
No, no. Oh, boo.
I just some visual comedy here on the podcast, so y'all can't.
That was
see
a win for fans of visual comedy
Everywhere. Yeah. Too
said-
bad they couldn't
I
see
said,
it.
how do I subscribe to a visual comedy podcast? Where can I find one of those? It's so
Daniel
tough these
just did
days.
his best Sirhan impression for us. You catch my drift.
I said, "We will go to the moon." That was him, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Next week's the good episode. You guys get a good episode next week. So everybody fragged the episode. Brian killing himself.
Yeah, Brian.
All right.
It's probably the up for sure.
Suicide.
You can't have another blank man group, like color, insert color here without it being kind of weird. You can't have like
Yeah.
a red man group or a yellow man group.
What about-
Green Man Group.
That's still kind of
All
offensive.
right, all
To
right.
who?
The green men.
Money.
Martians.
Martians, yeah.
I thought for the longest time that Eiffel 65 song "I'm Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Die." I thought that was a Blue Man Group.
No, that's a very. Yeah, I could see why you would think that.
But they don't even talk. I don't know why I
They
thought
don't.
that.
Have you guys heard that Eiffel 65 song? I think it's just called Video Games.
Yes.
It's so good.
Dude, yeah.
It's fucking. They just say they just name a shit ton of video games over this house beat. It's amazing.
does sound
That should be the intro to this podcast.
I'm not gonna. We won't do an intro. I'll play a little bit of it right now.
Play the game, the PlayStation all day with the Metal Gear Solid to Tekken 3 and from Omega Boost to Resident Evil. Just play for the fun, cause we got it going on.
Wow, that was great.
That was
Incredible.
That was amazing. I had to play less
That
than 10
should
seconds.
be the
of it.
intro, but we
For
can't.
for legal reasons, we can't do that. Eiffel 65 called me actually during that break, and they
From
said
the
they
Eiffel
really,
Tower.
yeah,
From the Eiffel Tower. All
they were
65
on the
of them.
elevator.
All 65.
Weird.
They're crawling up the Eiffel Tower.
The
like
reception
ants.
was great.
It was,
Yeah.
they're like,
And they
"Listen,
said,
there's 65
they said
of
we're
us,
not
gonna
really
die.
fans of visual comedy, so please do not
barely
put
fit
us
in
on
this
your
elevator."
You can't
podcast.
fit in this elevator. I don't know why you played our song.
Or why we got a text about it.
Yeah.
Oh no, they didn't get a text. It was on their voicemail.
Which what member is your favorite?
Mario,
Yeah, mine too.
Birdo.
Birdo.
Birdo, that's a good Eiffel
Birdo.
65 member.
Okay. So anything else? We really bulldozed through this on our second recording.
And we killed it.
Yeah, and we killed it.
Listen, yeah.
Cool.
I got two more things I just wanted to say.
Go for
Some
it.
house cleaning from last week.
Uh-huh.
kept calling it the boiler room. Apparently, it's called the
The
rumpus
Rumpus Room.
room.
I did.
Had to confirm that, and I brought up the animated spin-off that I read about it. I did a little bit more digging, and it was called Knights of the Old Realm. Oh no, just Knights of the Realm. And I think it was going to be kind of based off the MMO thing,
The game
in
they
the
played,
second season,
yeah.
but it would have been about new characters. So
Oh.
yeah,
Okay.
Correction, just so I don't have to correct myself. Next week, the Eiffel 65 song is called the PlayStation song.
Second thread, Metal Gear Solid, Resident Evil.
Not video games.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's branded.
It's branded.
wow.
Brandon.
It's branded.
Brandon Latch. I watched an interview with him.
You sat down with him and watched an interview?
Yeah.
Cool.
And she said video game high school. I'm really like shutting this, or I'm closing. What am I doing? Shortening the story. I'm compressing it. But he said, yeah.
keep going.
I gotta keep going. Brandon Latch said that the reason he quit Rocket Jump was because of video game high school.
Just how
Really?
stressful it was.
No, he said that he was like. He said that he always liked that like the Freddie W channel was like homegrown. He was like, yeah, like even like we didn't even wear costumes. Like our Portal video, it's all Portal like VFX, but we're all just like still wearing jeans and flip flops and shit. And then he said that the minute where he was like, I think I'm gonna need to go soon, was when he saw a trailer for an actor. Like he was like when somebody was like, I'm heading to my trailer. He was like, what?
Yeah, that's understandable. It's no longer just, a couple young dudes with video editing skills and a camera.
Yeah, and then but now he's
friends getting together.
now he's got a crazy VR company, so good for him.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. That's all. I just wanted to say, hey, you know what, Brandon?
Come on the podcast.
Come on the podcast, Brandon.
Was he on the show past season 1 or?
I think that he, like, technically had a credit in season 2 or something, but he wasn't, like, involved.
Okay, all the behind the scenes stuff are on his channel, so I
Yeah.
knew he left though at some point. So I was kind of confused as to why they were still up there and not on like a second Rocket Jump channel or something.
But so there you go. So thanks to Corridor Digital's podcast for telling me that. Jimmy Wong also did an episode where he talks about it. He goes, you know what? I'm glad I got a trailer. I said, all right, Jimmy.
Jimmy was the one with the trailer.
No, it wasn't. It was way more general than that. But but I like the idea that Jimmy Wong made Brandon Latch quit.
Both of you guys, please.
He even said.
Please come, yeah.
We can litigate this.
Yeah.
We can Watergate this.
Jimmy was even. Sirhan's gonna be here.
It's the Reagan administration.
Sirhan.
Special guest for the 4th episode.
We're gonna get Jimmy to play Sirhan in a movie
And wrestle us.
and wrestle us.
Yeah,
did you guys know that Games Dean is a wrestler?
He's going to come wrestle us next episode.
Yeah, Games
He's coming on the podcast. I'm gonna send a mass email to the whole cast.
And I'm gonna send a mask to email.
I'll send an email about masks.
Anthony Birch, come on the podcast.
Please.
I know you didn't work on this show. It was a different show, but please come on the podcast.
Just come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's the end of the episode.
I didn't even like Saints Row 4.
I didn't play it.
Well,
But Saints
that
Row
was
3.
the alien one?
yeah, it was the
All right. I didn't play it either.
All right.
The 5th one.
Grant's opinion is
Coming
the
out.
official. I own it, but I
Enter the
never played it.
Dominatrix. One of the worst pieces of DLC I ever played in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I liked Borderlands 3.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
It's not out yet. Nerd.
Oh no,
shit.
he didn't.
I'm a fucking fraud.
Anthony Birch worked on pre-sequel.
Yeah, he did. He also worked.
did.
I think he worked on 2. Okay.
Oh, man.
We'll see y'all next
I heard
week.
Sirhan is best friends with Papa Birch.
Oh, Sirhan, sir, goodbye. So goodbye.